like it's nothing. Actually better than a dirt bike. All right, let's go through this way, huh? Nice. Very cool. What a beautiful freaking day. A little old corral there. That's pretty cool, huh? Let's see if we can squeeze through here. Whew, this is wild. Whew. That right there is the Ghostcat F4X Pro. We've unleashed beast mode on this thing. What is up, YouTube adventure family? This is Chris with the Colorado Adventure Channel. Today, we're on the Ghostcat F4X Pro with beast mode unleashed. That's right. We've got this big bad boy, and everybody loves the Ghostcat bikes. They're known for their power and their torque and their suspension. A lot of other things, including customer service, and it's one heck of a product. We're going to take the Ghostcat F4X Pro through Minturn, through the boneyard, through the graveyard, through the shooting range and beyond to see what the Ghostcat F4X Pro is really about. We've never taken a bike beyond the boneyard before, but today we're taking the Ghostcat F4X Pro beyond the boneyard. Still old like tin cans and stuff laying around. Pretty cool, huh? An old Meadow Mountain. Used to be a lettuce farm. They grew a lot of lettuce and other things here, but it was a ski resort too. Used to be some lifts that would take you up there and around through there. You can come down skiing. I've done some backcountry stuff through here. It's beautiful. And I just thought it'd be a great opportunity to take you in probably one of the most beautiful parts in the country here in Minturn, USA, the Ghostcat F4X Pro. So today, I'm gonna show you not only what the Ghostcat F4X Pro is about, but what beast mode is about. So let's jump on F4X Pro and go on an adventure. What a freaking cool area. What a cool bike. Just a good combination for a cool day. And it's actually perfect here today. It's like 70 degrees and sunny. Just freaking perfect. All right. The suspension on this thing is amazing. I'm able to like take small jumps. It's got the torque to kind of give me that little boost as I'm approaching the jumps, to give me that little leap off the lip and stuff. So this bike having more torque with the beast mode is really amazing, and it's just really whippy. Now you do have a short throttle response in mode 5, and what I mean by that is just when you barely give it anything, it gives you a lot back. So whatever you're giving, it's giving you, 10 times back. All right, let's cruise on down through here and take it up, see what it could do climbing up that hill like I showed you in the beginning of the, like I showed you at the beginning of the video, and just how easy it came up there. Watching Ghostcat progress from their very first model to the F4X Pro and then the F4X Pro with beast mode is just freaking awesome and just a ton of freaking fun to ride. Because I mean, with these Maxxis tires, they're super wide, so it gives you like this confidence factor that's amazing. And they've got the traction and grip just to kind of pull you and take you where you need to go in general, which is amazing. And then with the KKE front fork suspension and the rear suspension is just keys it in really nicely, whereas I'm a dirt biker, I stand a lot when I ride, and I can tell you this much, you don't really have to stand on this bike to ride just because the suspension is so nice and plush like a dirt bike, that you could really just go over a lot of things without having to absorb it throughout your knees and your back and other areas. The suspension in this bike really takes it all up for you, so that's nice. All right, let's zip on down through here, the last stretch of Meadow Mountain. And we'll go on through the boneyard, and we'll head on over to the graveyard in the shooting range and see what's over there and see what other terrain and other adventures we can get into. I'd like to show you all just a The views here, I know it's a big reason a lot of you all even follow me, but there's the Eagle River just looking spectacular today. So we're surrounded just by gorgeous, gorgeous area. We'll put this thing in mode 5 now and go play. Let's go play. All right, Boneyard, Minturn USA, boys and girls. We've been here several times on the channel, taking bikes just through the torture and just the humiliation some of those e-bikes face when they come through the Boneyard. But the Ghostcat products have done really good, and when they've introduced the KKE suspension on the front and back, really big game changer when it comes to handling the bumps and the terrain that we've got here, not only in the Boneyard, but just in Colorado in general. It's the Rocky Mountains for a reason. And having this suspension and these Maxxis tires and that little boost that could just pop you over rough spots is amazing with this torque now with beast mode. I'm gonna see what beast mode has, not only on the terrain that we've been on, but terrain we haven't been on. So let's go on through the Boneyard and play. These tires, the whole bike in general is just impressive, and having all that quick, immediate response in the throttle and that extra torque has made this bike even more fun. It's almost exciting to have an excuse to go out and ride it. And then today, we have the excuse to go out and try beast mode on this thing with all that suspension and all the good components, including the brakes and everything. We've got that now. It's incredible. And just flying through here, so much fun. Boneyard, man, so much fun. We're gonna head up to the graveyard, but first we're gonna zip through Minturn real quick and see kind of what the speed on this thing is like after we've ridden it a little bit, especially. Be nice to see what we got. All right. It just gets there quick too, so nice. Get on this thing. All right, 35, 39, over 40, looks like we get 41. We get 41, yeah, over 41. And this, the speedometer on this thing's super accurate, so I definitely trust it. But on that short stretch, over 41, so we can see what we could get on that top end speed, and a little bit of off-road action there now. We could cruise on through here and do a little bit of an adventure. Here's the graveyard. Now what's crazy about this cemetery, I'm gonna show you something really kind of nuts. I mean, besides we're just on cemetery. But you can see those spikes like on the fence there. Well, one of the local moose here tried to go over that and impaled the moose and killed it. It was just hanging on that. It's really crazy. It's a gorgeous day. Right up here is the new BMX park. Now this is really cool. The Minturn Bike Park, super cool. You can see they got the whole wall area there, all the whoop-de-doos, all the areas to ride. Just super cool area for them to ride on. Freaking love it. Just awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's go on down this way and see what's hanging on down here. All right, let's cruise down through some of this rough area. This is super rough. A lot of these roads are old mining roads and fire access roads, but they lead to, you know, some pretty cool places and spots like the firing range and some other bike trails and just some cool views too. So let's go on down through here and see what the Ghostcat F4X Pro has on some more off-road capabilities. I mean, these are some big jagged rocks. I mean, these are no joke. And this suspension, these tires, this torque, this really makes child's play out of it. And it really does what a dirt bike or any off-road vehicle could do. Now, one of the things about Ghostcat that I really love and enjoy is they encourage you to take their bikes on trails and off-road and enjoy them. But a lot of these other e-bike manufacturers, their warranties are void if you take them off-road, even just off-road like on the grass. So their warranties are just basically void, just taking them on a trail. So just be careful who and what bike you buy, because it may not be what you think it is. That's Battle Mountain, famous Ute Native American war there over some hunting territory going up through Cougar Ridge. And this area is crazy. Now that's called the Buck Crack of Minturn. That area up through there, and I know people that have literally skied down through there coming off the back end of Blue Sky Basin, have actually skied down through there. There's an area up through there that you literally have to rappel down on your ski boots and put your skis on your backpack and rappel down, get back on your skis and ski down through there. It's the Buck Crack of Minturn. You could YouTube that. There's a video of Andrew and Forrest doing that. The kayak friends. And you can see through here, just beautiful area. Now we came from all the way up there on Meadow Mountain, just right below that ridge area is where we rode the Ghostcat up and came back down. So you can see we've already covered a ton of territory, and you've seen what it could do off-road. You can see what it could do on its speed test. And the throttle response and the throttle range on the upper miles per hour, the higher speed, is a lot more controllable, I should say. So it's not like you feel it high and weak in areas, actually very fluent. It just comes through very smoothly now. All right, let's head on up through here some more and see what, whoa, that is a big hole. I did not see that, and we just glided right over it. Because usually I would stand up or just most of all avoid anything like that. And we just glided right over it. That's good to know. It's kind of like a test or an example of something we wouldn't have normally tried. So that's pretty dope. But right through here, this bike is just made for this. I mean, this bike is just made for this. So much fun. Absolutely, just so much fun. This bike is just made for this. It's absolutely 100% made for this. The suspension, like I've said before, the power, the tires, the lightweight, the nimbleness, the shorter wheelbase, just all those things coming together right now. You can tell that just the R&D, the research and development that they do at Ghostcat, they really take it serious. And you see the owner riding the bike constantly. It says a lot. It just says a lot. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Heck yeah, you can hear them guns going off. Love it. America, by gosh, America. What is back here? That's just crazy, man. And it looks like we got a little bit of a trail right here. So if we could stay on these side trails on the railroad tracks, we won't be breaking any laws and disturbing anybody. But the big part of it too is we can get to where we want to go. So let's go on through here, see where this will take us. And like I said, this is not going to be accessible by a lot of vehicles, including, you know, dirt bikes, just because of the noise factor. A little view that you're not going to get anywhere else but here on the Colorado Adventure Channel, because nobody else comes through this way and gets this view. Look at this, the creek running down through here. Now this might be Game Creek coming down. I'll have to check, but this is probably Game Creek. But look at that, just absolutely gorgeous. Little bridge crossing over there, gorgeous. Let's see what's on the other side. Speaking of gorgeous, isn't that gorgeous? Pretty cool, huh? Now, there are gold and then there are hills here, so That's the thing. A lot of prospectors and miners definitely came out here to get gold. Now, Colorado is more known for silver than gold. There's a lot of gold deposits here, but it's mainly California was the gold rush. And this area through here was mainly silver and other materials. What is going on over this way? Look at that. Ain't that crazy? The places that this bike can take you that just even dirt bikes can't is pretty cool. So the adventure possibilities on this bike are absolutely endless, except for the range. That's one of the things I definitely want to test out here too today was the range. With those Maxxis tires, so big old fat tires, they're going right through all that big loose gravel right there. That's pretty cool. And of course, you can just go right through here like it's absolutely freaking nothing. That's just amazing, man. Is this just a trail that just comes out to this trail? Let's see what this is. The thing about this bike is I feel like I could really just kind of go anywhere. That's what's crazy about it. Look at this. It literally, oh my gosh. It's like an old piece of a car right there. That's crazy, man. But look at this. I could literally just go anywhere on this bike. That's nuts, man. All right, we've already been through there. I'm not gonna go through there, but look at all the butterflies. Butterflies everywhere. Those are Colorado wildflowers, man. I mean, look at that. This is just gorgeous. This is one of the best adventures I've ever been on. Just a lot of area I've never been to. And I've lived here for 15 years. Like, I lived in this hometown here for 7 of Minturn and been all over these ridges, but never down through here. Not this way anyway. This is crazy. This is very exciting for me. And you're all coming along on the ride and the adventure. Let's go. Wow. How freaking neat is that? All right, let's go on up here and see what's going on, because a lot of these views, I've never been able to get these views in, and especially from these angles. These angles are different, man. These angles are different today. And this bike is just crazy awesome. Look at that. I mean, that's some very rough, rocky, rugged, uneven, slopey, slidey, marbly, rocky terrain, and it's just going right through it. Holy, the heck is that? I mean, we're definitely getting into some different area now. Let's go up here real quick. I want to see what's going on. Look at that. What the hell is this? Some kind of old railroad station area. Look at that. This was something. Some kind of something. Wow. Crazy. All the old railroad ties. All the wrought iron. All the rebar. And those are, that's ashes there. So something was burnt there. Check this out. Whew. Now that's gorgeous. And that's the Eagle River going down through there as it goes down through Minturn. That is just amazing. This must be an old glory hole or old mining site, because just seeing all this here, this looks like some mining area. So we've hit some mining area for sure. All right, let's head on down this way, see what else we can find. Yeah, when I'm on these trails, just so you're all aware, I'm keeping it in mode 3, because you're not gonna go really much faster than 15, 20 miles an hour on some of these trails right through here. And you don't want to whiskey throttle it. And you really just don't need that much power. And that's just going to save a lot of that battery for longer distances instead of just juicing it through here and ripping it. Now saying that, I think it'd also be fun to just juice it and absolutely rip it through here. And there's our little Buddha from this end. Let's check this out for a second. And we came back through this end this time. Remember, we always wondered what was through there. Well, we came back through to see the Buddha again. Buddha's just chilling, so that's good. Good day, Mr. Buddha. Oh, I didn't even see the graffiti on that side. I just saw it on that side when we came through. Pretty cool. All right. Kind of wild through there. Kind of wild. Whoa, what was that? Look at that. Look at that. A little hawk just flew over my head. That's crazy. All right, let's go up this way. Woo! All right, let's go up Tigawan real quick, and we'll wrap up what we think of beast mode on the Ghostcat F4X Pro now. We're gonna talk about some other things too, so hang on tight. We're gonna chat. Let's go. So much fun. Woo. All right, some more off-roading here. We've got Tigawan Road. Let's see what's about up this way. But handling the off-road, handling the trails, I mean, you can see what it does. I mean, we went off-trail. I mean, it handles on the trail, but it handles off the trail, which, you know, a lot of off-road vehicles just can't handle as well. And that's because if they're as light as this is, they're just not as powerful as this is. So fun. So fun. Exactly what this bike was made and intended for. And I'm having an absolute blast on this thing right now. Unbelievable. I mean, we're going up a very ripply, bumpy road that would be like rattling you like crazy in a car. I'm just gliding right over it right now. It's incredible, man. This, can't say enough. And the grippy tires, is really awesome. You could camp out here. It's great. Some people camping and fishing. Saw some people fishing over there. A lot of old mining areas through here. A lot of history too. Now this is one of the bumpiest roads in North America. This is Tigawan Road, and it's famous for its views, but it's also famous for keeping people out of this area because the road's so dang gone bad. I mean, look at that. There's sharp, pointy rocks too, and huge potholes. They just don't maintain this road, and you're at your own risk coming up. And this is the 707. Is what it's called. So if you're looking for a county road on a map, just look for the 707 and then turn, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So much fun. I mean, just going right up this thing. It's pretty much like it's nothing. I mean, wow. Unreal. Just unreal. To have this much torque, lightweight, just so much fun. And all that suspension just making it so much good or better. Look at this area here, man. How crazy is this? So crazy. So I'm gonna show you here. I'm actually gonna take Hell, this thing's so light and just so awesome that I could literally just take this bike anywhere. All right, so you could barely see a building right there, and that's the old Eagle mine, the old mining area that we're not supposed to go down and hang out at. I'm not gonna go too much further down here, but give you an idea of the trails and stuff. Pretty neat, huh? Check this out. There's your view, boys and girls. And how beautiful is that? And all that area just serene, and just nobody ever comes back here. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Right, service berries, just everywhere. Service berries. There's a bush there, bush there. You can get all the service berries you want. They planted those for the 10th Mountain Division back in the day, so they'd have snacks to snack on when they were out in the woods. No joke, true story. 10th Mountain Division, service berries. Look it up. Beautiful day out in wild and wonderful Colorado, and beautiful bike there, and that wild and wonderful Ghostcat F4X Pro. You can get this bike right now for $29.99. Use my discount code Colorado. You can save 50 bucks on this bike and all the other Ghostcat e-bikes, including the F3.2 at $21.99 and the F3.2X Pro at $25.99. Save $50. Helps me, helps the channel, but most of all, it helps you. Well, I hope you liked this video and you liked watching me unleash the beast mode on Ghostcat F4X Pro. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe, leave a comment. Love to hear what you say. To our next adventure. This is Chris from the Colorado Adventure Channel, from the middle of the Rocky Mountains in Colorado. To our next adventure. Peace.